Okay, so the way that I would think about a problem, the problem stated that there was 50, a rectangle had a perimeter of 50 inches, and the ratio for the length to width was 3 to 2. So this is a little bit tricky if you don't think about what everything they're telling you here is. If you don't take in all the information, it's easy just to look at the 50 and the 3 to 2 and think you're done. But the tricky part is that if you go back to the word perimeter, you know that perimeter means you've got 2 times the length plus the width, because you're adding all the sides together. So I could say length plus width plus length plus width, but you're more advanced now in geometry class to know that that's 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So I wrote it as 2 times the entire length plus width. So if I was to put the length and the width together, then that would just have to be 25. Right? I divide both sides by 2. So I want to use this information now and use this information to begin working out my problem. So my length to width ratio is 3 to 2, and I know that the length plus the width is equal to 25. So that's like saying the two of them together is 25. So then what I have to think about, okay, if the length is 3 units, is what that's saying, like each 3 units I have on the length, 1, 2, 3, that means I'm going to have 2. So if I had 3 more, then I'm going to have 2 more down here, meaning that I have 6 to 4. Now we could keep on going until we figure out that the two of them together equals 25, but that's a lot of work. So instead what I want to do is I want to say, okay, if when I had 3 units for the length, I actually had 5 units total, right? Because for every 3 that I have for the length, I've got 2 also for the width. So I've got 3 for my length. This is my length. Represents my length. This represents how many pieces I have now total, how many units. I think we were in inches, actually, if I recall back. So every 3 inches I have across the top, there's 2 inches down the side, which makes a total of 5 inches. Okay, so I want to know then how big is my length if the length and the width together is a total of 25. So then now this is really easy to solve. I can cross multiply and divide, or I can just look at it and say, okay, to get from 5 to 25, I had to times by 5, so 3 times 5 is 15. Or get 5L equals 25 times 3, which is 75. Divide both sides by 5, so my length equals 15. So if my length equals 15, I can plug that in here and solve. 15 plus what number is going to give me 25? That would be 10. So 15 to 10, we need to check just to make sure. Does it reduce to 3 over 2? And it does. And we can go back to the original problem. Does 2 times 15 plus 2 times 10 equal the 50 inches in perimeter? 2 times 15 is 30, plus 20 does equal 50. So that is how you find the missing lengths.